Every day, in fact, thousands of times a day, change is happening whether you're aware of it or not. So why is it that some of us embrace change while others feel fear, loss, or anxiety? Some of us can be so resistant to change that we will subconsciously attempt to sabotage anything that threatens the status quo, while others will deliberately and overtly create obstacles to prevent positive change. For your business, that means a loss of efficiency, productivity, and ultimately a loss of profits. Hi, I'm Dan Collette. How do you respond to change? Do you know how your team will respond to change? Do they embrace it or resist it? Does your team embrace new plans that will leverage opportunities and improve performance? Or do they hold on to the status quo because it feels more comfortable?
Change is going to happen whether you want it or not. It's inevitable. And whether it's a new policy or a new manager, an employee leaving, or some other critical product or project, the bottom line is it's going to happen. The question is, how is the organization going to respond?
We have change as a significant pillar of our leadership model because as a conscious leader, we find that there are a number of wonderfully mediocre leaders. And one of the ones that make them wonderfully mediocre, which means not superior, is that they don't have a concept of how important managing change is.
Change impacts people, and therefore it's really a question of leadership. And the question is, are you prepared to lead people through change? And also, are you prepared to manage yourself through change at the same time?
When change happens, we jump into a fight or flight mode. Is this change going to be safe enough for me or not? If I don't feel it's safe enough, I will have a very sneaky way for me to sabotage the change so I don't have to adapt. I would rather have the rest of the world adapt.
People getting noisy and ugly and resistant and blaming and not taking responsibility is a good thing. It's not a bad thing because it's a natural part of the progression of the change cycle. And it all happens by the way that the brain works. And this workshop focuses specifically on people, leading people, and people having an understanding of their background relative to change.
People will always face change with resentment. They will always have a lack of productivity and always have a hard time prioritizing. That is inevitable. The question is, how quickly do you regain productivity in the workplace? Because that's where initiative lives. That's where creativity lives. In organizations more and more today, they need initiative, innovation, and creativity. But if you have an organization that's caught up in change and it is not being managed effectively, you are losing money. It's a guarantee.
When change occurs, all of us have to reconcile with, is the new way of thinking and doing going to be safe enough and good enough for me? If I ignore that when I'm leading change, ultimately it catches up with you. It's a pay now or pay later. If I don't take the time to help my people understand the purpose of the change, what the specific change will look like moving forward, it'll always come back to haunt us because they'll be uncertain, unclear of what the future looks like.
Pay me now means engaging your people around what their concerns are, engaging your people around what information do they need, engaging your people around letting them know that discomfort is very normal. Skepticism is normal. Be skeptical. Be resistant. Do that. And take responsibility for what it's going to take. Take responsibility for getting the information you need. And that's a process that takes time up front, but will guarantee, if you complete the change cycle, it will guarantee you never have to do it again.
So if we're going to be successful at change, take the steps up front to help them through becoming both emotionally and intellectually safe with the change. As they start to pick up the steam, change will take on its own new life, and they'll find that the new change is better than the old way.
Guaranteed, there are going to be people sitting there watching this video thinking, I don't need this, at least not now. The bottom line is pay me now, pay me later. Because if you have change in your organization that you are not managing consciously, you're leaving money on the table because your productivity is suffering. This program and learning how to manage change helps you return productivity to your organization. That is a guarantee.
We know that training by itself doesn't work. However, life-changing experiences do. Our Lpmc workshop will equip you with the skills to successfully anticipate, plan, and execute change. We invite you to join us at our upcoming Lpmc workshop.